Coach Schuman and Coach Centrella. We're back for the third year doing our top 10 players around the country for 2013. It's an exciting time of the year. National Signing Day every single year is when we just put on ESPN, get on the radio, and talk about all the different players around the country.
Don't be surprised if this one day, National Signing Day, is a national holiday. One of the most exciting days to wake up for each year, where the rich keep getting richer. Alabama hopes to get those top recruits, and the poor hope to be rich one day. Ranked number 10, tight end O.J. Howard from Watauga Academy High School in Alabama. Even though O.J. missed 4 games this season with a knee injury, he still had 12 touchdown receptions. He possesses a 6'6", 220-pound frame, so he's a mixture of Rob Gronkowski size-wise, but has the skill sets of Aaron Hernandez. Unbelievable 4.5 speed. He was listed at a 4.49 at some camps this year. Committed and a great recruit for the University of Alabama. He played in this year's Under Armour All-American game, and his high school this year used him actually all in the slot as a tight end, even in the Wildcat. But looking for Alabama and under Nick Saban's system, we'll see him as a tight end next year.
Number 9 is Derrick Green. He's an NUC alum, 6 feet, 240-pound running back from Hermitge, Virginia. Excellent athlete, very physical runner. He runs a 4.5 and change 40-yard dash. He's a big physical running back, has excellent change of direction. He's led his team to state playoffs this year. He is an unbelievable physical specimen, strong, fast, athletic. He's a guy that can go the distance and do a lot of great things. He's the kind of running back that's right in the mold of a Trent Richardson, and he's going to Michigan. He's going to be a huge addition to Brady Hoke's staff.
Coming in at number 8, defensive tackle Montravius Adams. Georgia loses a big-time recruit this year to the University of Auburn. They're having one of the top defensive recruiting classes this year, along with defensive end Carl Lawson, who's another 5-star, and Elijah Daniel, another defensive end. Montravius Adams reminds me a little bit of Nick Farley, who's now with the Detroit Lions, who played at Auburn. He had over 100 tackles this year at 6'3", 295. He possesses great size and the tools to dominate the trenches this year for Auburn.
At number 7 is outside linebacker extraordinaire Jonathan Allen from Alabama. Gigantic outside linebacker in the mold of Brian Cushing at 6'3" and 260 pounds. He's a physical specimen who smacks and kills players on command. 308 tackles in his career, which is unbelievable, and 43 sacks. He's our number 7 player, and he's going to be one of the top impact players at Alabama next year.
At number 6, we have linebacker Jaylon Smith out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Luers High School. Brian Kelly did an excellent job keeping him in state as he's committed to the University of Notre Dame. He has big shoes to fill with Manti Te'o, but he's a linebacker that possesses both the speed and size, playmaking ability on the defensive end to come off the edge on the blitz or run with wide receivers out of the slot. He is a true winner and won 4 state championships in his high school career. He also played in the U.S. Army game and was very effective throughout that whole game.
Number 5 is the guy who broke the long-standing rushing record, high school rushing record with 12,212 yards in his high school career, 153 touchdowns. That's Derrick Henry. He's going to University of Alabama, as well as our number 5 player in the country for the class of 2013. 6'3", 240 pounds, right in line with Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner Trent Richardson, all outstanding running backs at the University of Alabama. He broke the Sugarland Express's rushing record from the 1950s of Ken Hall. He's a monster back with great speed. He single-handedly led Yulee High School to the playoffs in the 9-4 record. He's out of Florida, of course. That's Derrick Henry, number 5, going to University of Alabama.
Number 4, ranked linebacker Matthew Thomas from Miami, Florida, Booker T. Washington High School. I got a chance to watch him play at the Under Armour game. Even though he battled injuries this season, had 56 tackles, 8 sacks, 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns. He's 6'3", 205, and to me, he was the top defensive player in the Under Armour All-American game. His playmaking ability, his tackling in open space, his closing speed, his instincts to make plays are second to none. He's committed to the University of Florida State. Florida State possesses one of the fastest, best defenses in the country. Matthew Thomas is a great addition to that. He has great speed and raw strength.
At number 3 is Laremy Tunsil, an offensive tackle, 6'6", 295 pounds. Nice and long, great long arms, physical player. Yeah, he has a great ability to sit down in a chair as an offensive tackle. He's from Lake City, Florida. He's committed in one of the big surprises in the recruiting week to Ole Miss. Along with our number 1 player. At number 3 is Laremy Tunsil. No matter what you say about this guy, he's one of the most sought-after prospects in the 2013 class. He's the number 1 offensive tackle. He is the 3rd-rated prospect in the nation, and he's one of the top recruits out of the state of Florida all year long. That's Laremy Tunsil.
Number 2 ranked defensive back, Vernon Hargreaves III, son of Vernon Hargreaves, college coach. He actually coached David Schuman at UConn. He was his linebacker coach. You could tell that he possesses so much knowledge of the game through his father. He had over 100 tackles this year, 5 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. He's committed to University of Florida. It reminds me of an NUC alum that has come through our program, Joe Hayden. He is the one defensive back in this country this year that could start as a true freshman. He's 5'11", 185. He has every intangible as a defensive back.
Number 1 player in the country who is signed to go to Ole Miss is Robert Nkemdiche. He's a defensive end. Defensive ends have had a huge prominence in the last couple of years in recruiting, led a couple of years ago by Jaylon Smith. Robert Nkemdiche follows right suit, signing with Ole Miss out of Grayson High School in Loganville, Georgia. In his senior year, he was named on every All-American team. He's named number 1 by every recruiting service. He's the Southeast best prospect and one of the best prospects in a long time since Jaylon Smith came out of high school out of South Carolina. He signed with Ole Miss. He's 6'5". He's 260 pounds. He played running back. He played defensive end. He had 59 tackles and 5 sacks on the year. And he ended his career with 41 career sacks. Unbelievable career for the number 1 player going to Ole Miss. That's Robert Nkemdiche.